All right, welcome back. As we talked about last time, I could not find a good source. One place that had all of this data that I was trying to compile for you with the cost of living from all these different places on the West Coast and Cedar City. So because I like you guys so much, I really do. I subscribed to a service called the Council for Community and Economic Research. It's very official at Arlington, Virginia. You need good data when you're making decisions, right? Okay, so we are going to get a quarterly report, and then I get to nerd out on this data, and you can join me if you would like to, because I think it's really cool stuff. So, are you curious about how much it costs to live in Cedar City relative to other places? Stay tuned. We're going to explore some really interesting data points. The Cost of Living Index measures the relative price levels for consumer goods and services in participating cities, and the average for all of the participating places, both metropolitan and non-metropolitan, equals 100, okay? So each city's index is read as a percentage of the average for all of the places in the study. Does that make sense? So basically 100% is the average of every municipality, every city that is in this study. And then the individual locations are sort of mapped as higher or lower from that 100% average. So now I think this is important because the index does not measure inflation, of course, the price change over time, which is a huge topic. We've been dealing with it for many months now. But in this cost of living comparison, each quarterly report is a separate comparison based on the information at that moment in time. So it doesn't adjust for inflation or anything. It's just comparing different costs for different things at that moment in time. Okay, so I am going to tell you some interesting information about Cedar City. That's the most important thing, right? I am going to compare it to Los Angeles and the surrounding area, San Francisco and the surrounding area, Las Vegas, Henderson area, and Portland. So if we are talking just about the cost of living index, the composite index, okay, so Los Angeles is at 152.5%. It's over 50% more to live in the LA area than the average of all of the cities in this study, which is really high unless you're in San Francisco, and San Francisco is 182.8%. So if you live in San Francisco, you're paying 82.8% more to live there than the average of all the other cities that we are talking about. Las Vegas, I thought this was interesting. Las Vegas cost of living actually went down a little bit. Las Vegas is at 99.5. Portland, you guys are at 122.2%. And Cedar City, coming in at 97.9%. So of all of these cities that we're comparing to, Cedar City does have the lowest composite cost of living index. All right, let's talk about some specifics because like I was saying earlier, I get all nerded out on this stuff. I just think it's hilarious. I think it's really interesting information. Groceries. Now groceries make up 17% of that composite index. In LA, your groceries cost 107% of the average. In San Francisco, your groceries cost almost 132% of the composite average. Las Vegas, you're a little high. You're at 103.5. So 103.5% of the national average. In Portland, you're at 106.4. Cedar City, 98.5. Again, Cedar City is the winner for chicken dinner, which is groceries. Okay, housing. This is the thing that everybody is talking about obviously right now. Okay, so housing, which is 30% of the composite index. If you are in LA, you guys, 239.5% for the privilege of living in the Los Angeles area. You're gonna pay 239.5% of the average, which is really tough. That is a rough number unless you're in San Francisco, where you will be paying 308% of the average. 308%. I 100% know that this is accurate because my son moved to San Jose, and this is the true story. He was paying $2,600 a month for a 600 square foot studio apartment. I am not even lying. It's really expensive to live there. Okay. In Las Vegas, the housing average is 107%, so just a little bit higher on your housing costs there. Portland, you're at 156%, which is still, that's pretty high. Okay, guess what Cedar City is? 96.3. Again, Cedar City is just lower than so many of these places where our good folks are moving from. Okay, utilities. I get asked this question a lot about how much are utilities here. So the utility number in this data set is 10% of the Composite Index. So if you're in LA, 111.6% is what you are paying. So 11.6% higher. San Francisco, you're 128.5%. So your utilities are higher too. Las Vegas, 107.9%. Portland, 91.3%. Cedar City, 95.5%. All right, let's talk about if you are going to the grocery store. I thought this was really interesting. I'm going to take you through some groceries and then we're going to talk some actual housing costs, like actual dollars that it's costing to live in some of these places. So if you're going to the grocery store and you want to get a dozen eggs, okay? Everybody needs eggs. You've got to have a dozen eggs. In LA, you're going to pay $3.90. In San Francisco, you're going to pay $4.15. Las Vegas, you're actually really affordable. If you need eggs, you should go to Las Vegas because they're only $2.95 a dozen. Portland, you're at $3.32. And Cedar City, we have a lot of chickens here. I don't know why. Our eggs are at $3.29. I found that to be quite interesting. If you need a loaf of bread, in Los Angeles, you're gonna pay $4.30. In San Francisco, $5, $5.21 for a loaf of bread. Las Vegas, you're at $3.95. Portland, $3.99, and Cedar City, $3.39. Okay, let's talk about housing prices. That's why everybody is here, right? I'm going to talk to you in averages, which I don't normally do because the average tends to skew a little high. If you watch my weekly market updates, you know that when I talk about housing prices, I talk in terms of the median, not the average. So I'm talking right now about the average, and then I'm going to give you the median in Cedar City, which is going to kind of take us off of this data a little bit, but it's a more accurate spot that will define where our prices are right now in our market. Okay, check this out. Average home price in Los Angeles area. Are you ready for this? This blows my mind. $1,117,067. Over $1 million is their average. Okay, in San Francisco, you guys are just off the charts, okay? San Francisco, $1,536,345. $1.5 million is the average. Okay, Las Vegas, you're not bad. You're not bad. You're just over 500,000, 502,258. And Portland actually was lower than I thought it would be. Portland it's still high, but it's about 674,000 is the average price. Now, this data is reporting that Cedar City's average sales price is 478,000, and that's probably true as far as an average. I prefer to use the median because the median tells you exactly where the middle is of the market, right? So the average, so we can compare apples to apples with all these other cities, the average in Cedar City is 478,000. Real numbers though, the median sales price in Cedar City right now is $398,950. So it's still under that $400,000 mark. So thank you for exploring all of these numbers with me. I dig it. I hope you do too. If you have questions about any of this stuff, drop me a comment. Let me know what is interesting to you. I can pull stats on just about any individual consumer good or anything that is in this composite index. So let me know what is the most interesting to you and what is the most helpful for you. I think that we've demonstrated again that the Cedar City area is an absolutely amazing place to call home. Please let me know if you have questions. My team and I would love to be a resource for you. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.